Hello everyone and welcome to my Radical Red Let's Play series here on the channel. We're gonna go ahead and get started. I've already head ahead and preset all my information. I went ahead, I'll have a link down below in the description and also all the codes I'm using, just a little bit of quality of life changes. But we're gonna go ahead and get started here. And we're gonna go ahead and start out our adventure. We're gonna talk to Mom here and see what so we can get a bunch of different regions. I personally am a Sinnoh stan. That was my first game, was Diamond and Pearl. So I'm gonna obviously choose Diamond and Pearl. So we'll go ahead and get going here as we go to start off our journey here in Radical Red. I do things a little differently. I don't quite follow every single hardcore Nuzlocke rule, but I do things where I get my encounters. For the sake of me never having beat this game, I'm going to be doing Dex Nav encounters, because that'll be fun. So I'm going to do Dex Nav encounters, and then I'll also be able to... so I can, and I also have EZCatch on just because you need all the encounters you can get. This is like a really hard game for me. So we got Navalug, which isn't terrible. Sieger's not terrible either. And well, I mean, we can't not take the Cub Fu. We'll be taking the Cub Fu. I think that's a very easy pick for us, and we'll go ahead and take the Cub Fu. So we'll go ahead and have a quick peek before we jump into our first rival battle. See what the Cub Fu's ability is. Obviously, we'll be evolving into an Urshifu down the line, but that's a pretty cool start. Special to competitive doesn't really matter much. It won't be staying that anyway. So, Rebel will be challenging us, but we'll go ahead and get this this first little thing underway here. So he actually, that's kind of funny. He is a Regirock. So we'll go ahead and see. I think I have fighting. I got a Rock Smash. I'll be able to fighting type. Won't be able to one shot with this thing's defenses, but now we might be able to. We should be able to two shot it now with that defense drop. But obviously, here on the channel, this is my first upload, my first little series I've been doing. So I'm actually quite excited to be able to do this. It took a little bit of work. I've got like a little bit of a funky setup here to make this all work, but nonetheless, it works nonetheless. My goal is to upload probably once a week. I imagine myself as a once a week kind of YouTuber. I don't have a super ton of time on my hands, but I will be doing it kind of as a side project for now, and then maybe in the future I'll be able to make it a more of a full-time gig. We shall see. And there we are through our first battle. Our Cub Fu is grown up, and he'll go ahead and won't quite get a level, but that's okay. So we won our first battle against our rival. So we'll go ahead and start our adventure. But before we do, I do want to get this handy little tool. I want to get our time switcher so we can check different encounters and stuff. Because I do like getting that. And the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and save. So I don't forget to save this account. Or not this account, this game save, pardon me. So we'll go ahead and hit the save button here as we continue to move on with our adventure. After the save is done, go ahead and head out. We'll head over to Viridian City and start off our little thing. We'll also encounter some Pokemon as we go, but the Nuzlocke hasn't started because I don't have any Pokemon yet. Which, thank goodness, because I don't really want a Skiddo. I don't really want that. I won't check my Dex Nav until after. Actually, we'll go grab a Repel as well. So this part might take a little bit of time, but we'll go ahead and run through the grass, get through this real quick. Go ahead and run all the way through the grass. Oh my gosh, we got another one. Like 3 encounters. Polyworld's not terrible, but I don't think I need the, as they say, off-brain Urshifu because I'll have an Urshifu. We'll see which Urshifu I end up going for. We'll go over here. Go ahead and pop in. This guy come talk to us. As the series goes on, if I lose this first run, this is obviously run number 1, I will cut out most of the early game, kind of this, transfer all around kind of thing. I'll obviously jump down more of this, and I'll probably cut down most of this as well, as you don't really need to see most of this. A lot of this is like, early game stuff. You only need to see it like one time, then you kind of move on, and you don't need to see it again. So this will be the one time we kind of see the early game. I'll kind of show off the early game, everything to do early game, so everyone can kind of have an idea of how the early game works, in case you've never played Radical Red before. Because Radical Red's a lot of fun. I really enjoy this, because, having the built-in randomizer, that means you don't have to, know the ins and outs of doing everything. Go and get our fishing rod from this guy. We'll do that. We'll run all the way over here. Go ahead and collect our Repel, which we'll use to get our Dex Nav. so I can have that as well. The next thing I'm going to do as well is I'm going to do a puzzle battle for this, for the one of my favorite, personally my favorite item here in Radical Red, which is the Poke Vials, which allows you to have like 6 heals automatically on a med kit, or like on the heal, so you don't have to run all the way back to the Pokemon battle. So I really like that a lot. The way I do this battle is really, really simple. It's not too difficult. I choose Aaron, I choose Gibble, and I choose Skarmory. It'll be Aaron first, Gibble second, Skarmory third. And then the battle is kind of a troll battle in a way. It is against 6 Shedinjas. We'll go ahead and hit the speed up button here, so we'll try and speed it up just a little bit here. So we'll go ahead and drop our Stealth Rocks. Also, we have Sturdy, so we live. And this will just do this. And then what I like to do is I swap to Gibble, who has Rough Skin. So when they use Shadow Sneak, they will automatically knock us out, but it takes them down with. We do that. Down goes Gibble. I'll put Skarmory back in. And then they'll start to come in. Oh, faint because of the Stealth Rocks, because they don't have boots. Faint because of the Stealth Rocks, they don't have boots. Faint because the Stealth Rocks, they don't have boots. One more faint because the Stealth Rocks, they don't have boots. And then the last one has heavy duty boots, but we have Sturdy on Skarmory, and now we can just click Drill Peck. We can easily take a hit, and we are good to live on 1, and Drill Peck gets the kill. That's a fun little battle. Like I said, it's not too difficult once you know how to do it. And we get the Pokeball, which is obviously one of my favorite, which is my favorite part of Radical Red. It truly is, just because that's such a handy item. You don't have to run all the way back, or you don't have to use all your heals or whatever. Like after battles, it's so much fun. We'll go ahead and progress the story. Now we've gotten most of our fun little things. We get Oak's Parcel, where we can return now to the lab. So we'll go ahead and return to the lab real quick, and we'll take a little journey on back to the lab. Alright, now we're back to the lab. We'll go ahead and give Oak his parcel. That way he has his parcel. He doesn't need it, or that he doesn't give us. So now we come back and we get our Pokedex from Professor Oak, and we get everything we need as well. We got the Pokedex from him. He'll also give us some Pokeballs. So now the Nuzlocke is live. So now we can have our Nuzlocke moving, and we can go ahead and get started. I've already gotten most of my little doodads, as I'll say. Before I go in this grass, what I do always like to do is I like to get the one thing I usually use is I use the Dex Nav. I'm going to use the Dex Nav for this run. Maybe in the run in the future I won't use Dex Nav. I've had some fun runs in the past where I've done this like just off to myself and not had the Dex Nav. But we'll go ahead and run all the way up here past the old man. Goes to the techie TV. He's like, oh, that thing's worthless. And the rappel's off. Run all the way up here, and we'll talk to an assistant who's going to give us the Dex Nav, and then also part of the one of our, I'll say, cheats is the care package cheat. So we're going to get a whole bunch of goodies, and we'll get that care package cheat as well. We'll get all this stuff. Thank goodness I actually figured out. Recently I actually figured out how to do the speed up. So thank goodness we have a speed up now, because otherwise this would take forever to do. We don't have to worry about that anymore. We'll get all our items, which we're going to speed through. Get all the items, Rindos, Sharpeaks, which all of this will come in handy. One cool thing I'm going to do for each little battle, obviously in Yarcard you have a lot of boss battles, I will cut out most of my my team planning when I go to do that, but I will come back and do... I'll come back and do them a little differently. We'll go ahead and do this. Level up our Cub Fu before we go into grass, and we'll check our Dex Nav, see what we have. I will cut out about that, but I will come back and show you kind of the battle that the team I'm bringing to that battle, just so you all don't, sit there and listen to me kind of ramble on. There's some YouTubers, like when you're watching, what's it called? When you're watching like live streams and stuff, you gotta... I forgot what Dex Nav is. They can take a lot of time to try and figure stuff out. This first route is actually kind of disappointing. Nothing crazy. We'll check at night just in case. Although Noibat's not bad. You get a ghost type early for another one of the battles. We'll check the daytime, see what we have. And we have an Iron Valiant, which actually could be pretty handy. I think we'll go ahead and register that. We'll go ahead and get the Iron Valiant. And we'll go ahead and see if we can get one. There it is. We'll go ahead and catch the Iron Valiant, and then we'll go ahead and have it. Let's go. So have a Pokeball. We'll go ahead and just check the Pokeball out, and we'll be good to go. Like I said, I have EZCatch on just for the sake of needing all the encounters, because this game is very difficult for those of you who have never played it. It's got an advanced AI, which makes it more difficult than just your typical Pokemon battle. So that's kind of handy. And we'll go ahead and take a quick little peek at its ability here. And it has Tinted Lens, which is doubles the damage of not very effective moves. That's actually really not that bad of a move. I actually kind of like that a lot. That's a good ability. We'll definitely take that on our first encounter here in the series. So that is our Route 2 encounter. Now we'll work all our way back. We'll work our way all the way back and start making encounters over here. We'll go and check Viridian City real quick, see what we got. So in the water we have Swadloon or Lampent, which isn't terrible. We already have our Fairy type. Magnezone could be a Steel type, could be handy. Ceruledge is also a Ghost type, also could be really handy, but nothing crazy in the daytime. We'll go ahead and check the night real quick and see what we got at night. And we are not off to a hot start. I think what I want to do is I want that Ceruledge, so I'm going to turn it back to daytime. I'm going to run over to the grass where the youngster is and go ahead and scan us up a Ceruledge. Gets us a Fire type, but also gets us that Ghost type, which is very important down the line for one of the Nugget Bridge battles. You have a Kamala, which only uses Last Resort, but the nice thing about that is you don't need to worry about it, because you just have a Ghost type and it can't hit you. Otherwise, that battle is very annoying, as that Pokemon deals a lot of damage with Last Resort. Luckily, that won't be an issue here. So we go ahead and catch our third, I guess this is only our third Pokemon of the team. We'll go ahead and get that going up here. So, yeah, this will be a lot of fun. I'm going to check that ability real quick. Yeah, check all the abilities. Checking abilities is so much fun with Pokemon here. We have Overgrow, which doesn't do anything for us here. I don't think this Pokemon's going to have Grass-type moves. I don't think. Unless we do Hidden Power Grass on a Fire-type for some reason, but I guess you technically could if you're doing like a Ground type or something. That'd be kind of funny. Alright, let's check the Dex Nav here. What do we got here? We got a lot of coverage and stuff. Starter, but we already kind of have those typings. Looking probably maybe the Wugtrio, maybe perhaps just for the. Because Wugtrio can be kind of quick. It could be a handy Pokemon. Let's see. Yeah, still not seeing anything too nutty. So I guess I'll. Oh wait, no, there's a Tapu Lele there. I don't think I want to attach that because I already have a Fairy Psychic type. I know typically we'll see lots of legendaries, so I'm not too worried about finding legendaries right now. We'll go for the Wugtrio because I think Wugtrio is pretty solid. It's a quick Pokemon and it has a solid attack stat. We just need to get those type diversities up early on here, because there's all sorts of that. Ooh, special attack. There's Vessel Rune, so that's not too bad. That's nothing really crazy, but it's not a bad ability to have on a Wugtrio. You never know. It's not a super bulky Pokemon if we're honest with ourselves, but hey, it's still pretty cool. We'll take that. Hey, any ability that's not negative is a positive ability, and we love that. So now we got that. We got Route 22. We have our Viridian City encounter. We have Route 20. Now we'll go to Route 1. So let's take a look at what we got in Route 1. Oh, Delibird, hello. Nothing too crazy there. We'll probably dodge most of that. Let's look at the daytime, see what we've got. And it's still nothing too crazy. Guess we'll go with the flying type. Having ground ground. Uh-oh. Yep, there we go. Having a ground immunity is always really handy. And I think we can go ahead and actually get, I think it's by friendship, so I believe we can go ahead and already get our Golbat, and we'll already be good to go kind of through that as well. So we'll go ahead and get that. And then Golbat will be on our team. I'm not going to check the ability because it probably won't stay. It'll end up being we'll make it a Crobat here in the future. Then we'll run all the way back down. We're going to get Pallet Town, and then we'll get Route, I forget Route, I think it's Route 23, I want to say, all the way at the bottom. So we'll go get our Pallet Town encounter. And we'll get that as well. So let's check our Dex Nav. We have either a Scraggy, which isn't a terrible Pokemon. We don't have. It's not terrible. It's not great, but it's not terrible. And our other option is still Scraggy. Okay. So we're gonna get. I guess Scraggy will be our encounter. So we'll go ahead and do that as well. If I hit the right button, eventually I will get it. And here we go. I imagine it'll be a Scraggy, right? Should be a Scraggy. Oh no, it's Swallow instead. I don't have a Grass type, so honestly, I'll take that. I have a Grass type. I don't think I'll evolve, if I recall correctly. I don't believe it'll evolve in time for Brock, but I probably wouldn't bring it to Brock anyway. We'll go ahead and get our what is this, number 5 technically, I think. I think it's the 5th Pokemon on the team. So we'll go ahead and collect our 5th Pokemon, and then we'll come down here to Route 21, and we have one more encounter before we head off. Actually, we have 2 more encounters technically, because we still have Radiant Forest, and we have a couple more as well. Shogun's not a bad pick. Dragon types are always really solid to have. Let's see what else we have, though. And it is looking like it's going to be the Shogun. So, honestly, that's not too bad. We kind of like that. Future Salamence. Salamence is really solid. Can be around physically especially. So we'll definitely take that for sure. So we'll go ahead and toss a quick ball at that, and go ahead and pocket ourselves a Salamence, or a future Salamence. Won't quite be a Salamence for a little while, but we'll go ahead and pocket that future Salamence for future use. Should be pretty handy. Alrighty, I guess technically we can check its ability. It's not going to stay this ability, obviously, because we're not going to keep it. But, oh, no, I was wrong. I miscounted. Oh. What's kind of funny is this thing's already quad weak, so if a fire move breathes on this, it one-shots it in that move. But that's kind of funny that thing has that, though. That's good to know. That could be a really handy move. Oh, yay. Prevents self-destruction. And we already know what that one is. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and cut this, and then when I come back, we will be up towards Viridian Forest. Alright, and here we are. We are here in Viridian Forest. Actually, before we proceed, I'm going to do one quick thing. We go to our berry pouch. I'll go ahead and feed our all the berries we got. We'll go ahead and get ourselves the Crobat. No reason not. So we'll go all the way. We'll spam a bunch of things. So let's go ahead and make it max out its friendliness. And once it maxes out and says it can't go any higher, we will go ahead and toss it a rare candy, and it'll go ahead and evolve, and we'll be good to go there. We're going to spam it for a good minute, and there we go. So now we can go, now I can go down to my rare candies, which will take a moment. They're at the bottom of the bag now. We'll go ahead and actually move these all the way to the top and save ourselves some time on all that scrolling. We'll go ahead and put them up here, and we'll go ahead and toss the rare candy and see what our Crobat will have. This could be a really good pick, but we'll see. Then we'll go ahead and do our counter, and I'll go ahead and end an episode for here, because I'm not going to do super long episodes. It'll be about 10-15 minutes piece. I'll do a lot of in-between editing and stuff. So we'll go ahead and get Cross Poison on this Pokemon. We don't need a Sonic, or Astonish. That's a good stab move. And then we'll see what what Crobat's ability is. Alright. And that is Moxie, which isn't bad actually. We'll take that because it's a fast Pokemon. So we'll go ahead and do one more encounter before the episode ends. Looks like we have Mousehold, which could be fun. Charger Puck, which isn't bad. Also see that future Annihilate, which can be really handy as well. Oh my gosh. Nope, we're going for Dialga. We're getting the God of Time. That's what we're doing. We're going to get ourselves a Dialga, because that's a really good mon to cap off the episode with. So we'll go ahead and catch this Dialga and see what, and basically something crazy, something good. That's not a bad Pokemon. That's not bad at all. This is a really good Pokemon. I'm actually quite excited for this. This will be a fun mon to use. It won't be good for a little bit till we get some TMs, and then its move pool. A lot of legendary Pokemon in this game, their move pools are pretty rough early game. So this is more of a late game mon, but that's really a really good late game mon nonetheless. But we'll go ahead and pop a save, and then, ladies and gentlemen, that will be the first episode here of the Radical Red Nuzlocke series. I hope you all enjoyed. We'll be back next week for another episode. Until then, I'll see you all later.